But if I watched that election, which I was not much involved in, I didn't support Virginia, the candidate, didn't do a lot of support for the other candidates. They asked me about Cuomo, and I said, well, it's a question, do you want a thug or do you want a communist? I mean, that was my response. So I wasn't involved in that stuff too much. But I will say this, if you look at affordability, which they campaigned on, they lied because they talked about, oh, prices are up. No, prices are down under the Trump administration, and they're down substantially.
All right, back here in the Live Impact News studio, you heard President Donald Trump touching on a wide variety of issues during his meeting with the Prime Minister of Hungary. You know, he did touch on Virginia at one point. He touched on a number of topics that affect Virginians just like they affect all Americans, including energy prices, the government shutdown, the filibuster, things of that nature. But very specifically, when asked about elections, he spoke about, obviously, we know that there was sort of a Democratic wave when it came to our most recent election cycle, election day this past Tuesday, including here in Virginia. Democrats winning the governor's seat, the lieutenant governor's seat, the attorney general seat, and picking up a number of seats in the House of Delegates. That was also the case. Governor of New Jersey, a Democrat won that seat. Obviously, the New York City mayoral race, a Democrat won that seat. The Democratic nominee won that seat. So President Trump, asked about those election results, said specifically, I didn't support Virginia, the candidate. So that was, what we got from him on those elections. I didn't support Virginia, the candidate. We do know that he never endorsed Winsome Earle-Sears by name. He reportedly never endorsed Winsome Earle-Sears by name. We did have reporting that he chose to endorse the Republican candidate, was the rhetoric that I remember from our reporting in terms of a President Donald Trump endorsement, but did not endorse Winsome Earle-Sears by name. Now today at the White House saying, I didn't support Virginia, the candidate, when speaking about Democrats winning a large number of the elections that took place during this past cycle.